So welcome back, guys. Today we have enlisted some really good help, some professional help, I guess you could say. This is Eric. His YouTube channel is called, what's it called?
A Man and a Machine.
A Man and a Machine. He runs an excavator and a bulldozer and all kinds of heavy equipment. We're at his place where we've been sawing those logs that you've seen on the last few videos. And today what we're going to do is we're going to take a tree from start to finish. If you can see it behind us, I really can't see the screen very good, but it's one of these trees behind us here. It's a pretty decent sized tree. Looks like it's probably 15 inches, 16 inches, something like that. He's going to take his excavator and he's going to drop it. He's going to cut it up. We're going to put it on the sawmill. We're going to cut it up into different kinds of boards that we need, and we're going to see how much we can get out of it. So it should be interesting, and I hope y'all enjoy it.
Like it?
Like it.
All right.
All right, guys, let's check out what we've got here. I'm going to apologize if y'all hear any really terrible audio in this clip because my lapel mic is having some issues and haven't quite worked them out yet. But let's check out our log. We've got a log here that is, this is the bottom log, the biggest one. It's going to be, I believe Eric cut it at 12 feet, and it's just shy of 12 feet. It's about 2 inches shy of 12 feet, and I guessed about 16 inches, and it looks like I was a little bit off. It's 18 inches. It's an 18-inch log. That's at the big end. The small end is going to be 14, so effectively that's all we're going to be able to get. And we're going to cut some 4x4s out of it. We're going to cut some just good old-fashioned plain true 4x4s, and I think this will make some really nice ones. So let's get started.
there.
Okay.
So pretty, ain't it?
It's a nice one. Super nice one.
Get back on my job over here. I got it.
Hey, I'm used to working by myself.
Hey, it looks like you still are.
So that's gonna, I don't know which camera to look at. That's gonna do it, guys. We got a total of 30, sawdust in my eye. We got a total of 30 boards out of that tree. And honestly, we could have probably cut all the limbs off of the top and got a few more, but honestly, the time investment in doing that and the work is probably just not worth what we would get out of it. So here's the list. We've got 2x4x12, true 2x4s, 2x4x12, 12 of those, 2x4x17, which is the last thing that we cut. We got 6 of those. Then we got some 2x4s that measured actually 1.5 inches or something like that. We got 2 of those, 17 feet long. We got 4 true 4x4s, which are 12 feet long. 1 2x10, wasn't exactly 2, but it was close. 1 1x8 or 10 or so, and 4 just kind of miscellaneous cuts that came out to random dimensions that can probably be used for something. But 30 boards total out of that tree, so I think that's pretty good production. That's $5,000 or $6,000 worth of boards at Home Depot.
Yeah, nowadays, definitely.
At least,
Yeah.
if you can get them.
Out of a 14-inch diameter cuttable.
Yeah, I think the cant ended up being 12 to 14 inches. It was an 18-inch log. I can't really remember what the cant was, but yeah, it was probably around a 14-inch cant, okay. An 18-inch log, so maybe a little bit less, but yeah.
So whatever your project is, whatever you're doing, that'll kind of give you an idea. Now, if you have lumber, someone has lumber or whatever, now how long would it take for them to dry it if they was going to dry it? Or
well, if you wanted to air dry these to get them down to a level that you could really be confident in using them without your joints getting kind of loose, the rule of thumb is like 1 inch a year per inch of thickness. But if you're using it for outdoor construction, probably 4 or 5 months would be sufficient. If you stick them up green, you can certainly build green, but your joints aren't going to be perfect. I mean, there's been thousands of buildings built with green lumber, so it can certainly be done. But if you're worried about your joints, you might, and shrinkage and details like that, you might want to wait. But it can be used right, just exactly how it is.
Exactly. And hey, one good thing about it, your nails don't come out of green wood.
That's true. That's true. I've had to take nails, 16-penny nails out of green lumber before. It takes hydraulics.
Yeah, it is a very positive about green wood, but like you said, it's more than feasible. But whatever project you're doing, we just kind of want to give you an idea what you're, if you see a tree now, you can kind of see in your head what you can get out of it.
Yeah.
But I hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate him doing this with me, trying to help my channel, get up. I'm sure you can stick a link or something on there. Yeah,
absolutely. I'll put a link in the comments and in the description, and y'all check it out. A Man in a Machine.
A Man in a Machine.
Man in a Machine. He's got excavator work. You got bulldozer work on there too. Septic tank work, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Fixing to get into a lot more of the dozer work. I only have one little dozer thing, but I have a new dozer, and I had to get a lot of videos on it. But I've got some shot, just haven't got them on there yet.
Yeah. We'll go check out his channel. He's got some good content on there, and more coming. Yeah. And I guess that's all we've got. I'll see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
But it's a decent sized tree. It's not a monster, but it's a pretty good sized tree.
We won't do like, I will tell one real quick.
That's fine.
2 guys walking through the woods, right? Mm-hmm. They come up on this group, and they see a guy skimming the tree. And they see a tape hook to the bottom. Like, what the heck's this guy doing? So the guy says, hey, what are y'all doing? He said, we want to see how tall this tree is before we take it down. He said, why don't you wait till you drop the tree? He said, I want to see how tall it is, not how wide it is. So we're going to go with the other option.
That's a good idea. Learn from other people's mistakes.
So we're going to take the root and all up. Of course, you wouldn't have to get your lawn.